Good morning and welcome to Travels with Monkey Boy. Today we're going to be doing day 8 of our journey to the Maldives, June 2021. My job interview was a Zoom call at 10:30 a.m. and we woke up at 6:30 a.m. and of course there was no internet. So I frantically raced up and down the stairs. Did I mention we were on the third floor of the hotel with no elevator? Are they not familiar with old fat Americans? Anyway, we cobbled together just enough service to get a 45-minute Zoom call with only some freezing and pixelation, which must have crashed our system as we never had internet again. The interview went basically like all my phone job interviews. I get done and I think, how could they possibly have a better candidate than me? I have an amazing background. I'm great at persuasion, and I can talk the birds out of the trees. Still, it's hard to overcome that 40 thing. And this is a very prestigious high school in Dubai, and they really want international baccalaureate experience, and I can't even spell it. It also would open up crazy life choices, basically moving to Dubai by myself for at least a year, and I'm pretty sure the dog would miss me. If offered, I think I would take it as my past experience is when confronted with two options, always take the weirdest one. About an hour after the Dubai interview, I got offered another job interview with Lizzie's high school as a business ed teacher. Like the old saying goes, when one door closes, another opens up, only to close on you when they find out you're old. And a quick spoiler alert, didn't get the job in Dubai, didn't get the job with Lizzie's high school, but in the last minute, and I mean literally the last minute, the day before school started, Seymour High School, a rural farm community, offered me a job. And the next year we got the job in Kuwait. So did end up back in the Middle East, as most of you know. So while I was chasing my dreams, the girls were out at the beach chasing tans. They came back around 11:30 and we had lunch and took a siesta. That afternoon, we decided to hike to the far end of the island to see the sunset. Dhigurah, remember, Long Island, is 2.5 miles long and maybe 100 yards wide. So it's hard to get lost. One third of the city of the island is the city of Dhigurah, which, as I mentioned, is 650 people, Muslim. They seem Sri Lankan in look and build, and I think a twist of Arab thrown in. Danielle thinks I'm an idiot. Lots of supporting data on this theory. Still, there have been Yemeni traders stopping in the Maldives for 500 years on their way to the Spice Islands of Indonesia. A third of the island is jungle, a very thin jungle, which you have to walk through to get out to the third of the island, which is a long sandbar. We had a nice walk, including visiting the town dump, which had a noxious smell as they were burning some toxic thing or other. Fortunately, they had a sign up in front of the dump warning of biohazard, and they had a few sheets of corrugated metal to protect us as we passed. We saw lots of bats, a few of the koel, uh, the the pretty bird, a couple of cute lizards, and the ever-present hermit crabs. I snorkeled a bit and spotted a fish I'd never seen before. It is called a boxfish. I didn't bring my camera, but it was beautiful, so I stole a picture off the internet to show you. It's a really terrible name for a really beautiful creature. Still, it does look very much like a cube, but seems like the bright yellow color with black spots is a more significant part of the story. We watched the sunset, or at least up until the point where we realized we weren't going to see the sunset because of clouds, and decided the 45-minute walk through a jungle filled with bats breathing some kind of radioactive fallout from the dump might be better done with a bit of light. We made it home alive and went to bed early for a big day tomorrow looking for whale sharks. And that's the end of the story. Let me show you, first of all, I have the map here. Here we go. This is just a reminder of where we're at. The Maldives, middle of the Indian Ocean, not far from India and Sri Lanka. And we were staying at the Bliss Hotel in Dhigurah, Long Island. And as you can see, this is an atoll, a series of little reef-made islands before the big drop-off. This is where we were staying at the Bliss Hotel. And here is the walk through the jungle, past the dump. And then you get out to this point, which is just a beautiful sandbar out in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Nice spot to watch the sunset. And a couple of pictures. Here was the beginning point of our 45-minute jungle trek. Town dump, lots of garbage on the walk through the jungle, which is a bit aggravating, but not so much so that we did anything about it. There's a little lizard. I don't know what kind it is. Got to say that the bright red eye is a bit scary. That's the koel. Making it through the jungle, we reach the sandbar, and there it is until it disappears into the ocean. There's the beauty queens, and there's the sun as it's heading down as the clouds are racing in. There's my boxfish. Isn't that a beautiful creature? Why, I don't know why that's not in every aquarium. And that's it. That's the story for today. Hope you had a nice time. More coming soon.